Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to Learn Everything for Free. Welcome to class 2B. In our previous class, I showed us how to use the text tool, which is the A, and I also showed us some of the properties. Okay, how to delete, edit, bring to front, and perform the rest. Okay. Now, without wasting much of our time, we'll continue from where we stopped. Okay. Still under the property, but before then, the last class we had online, I created or should I say that we created a logo using the text tool. Okay, and this is what we're able to create. Okay, so we'll be able to create something like this from the scratch. Okay, yes, we'll create something like this from the scratch. All right, using only the text tool. We're not going to use any shape or any other object aside the text tool. So while creating this, we'll explore other features, okay, other properties under the text tool. Okay, because the last time we stopped at I think we stopped somewhere around text background or so, or curve. All right, so we continue from where we stopped last time. Yeah, I guess we stopped at relative positioning. So let's see if we can create something like this from the scratch. Okay, Philip's clothing, they are simply the best. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I'm going to create a new layer. Okay, I'll come to this side, this section, click on default, delete all of this, and change my background to plain white. So this way to change background. Okay, so color, all right, white color. Then we insert our first text. Okay, so the first one is PC, so I'm going to use text. Like I said, we're going to create this logo using text only, so we can adjust. Okay, from the bottom here, you see these two dots, you adjust. This one you can't stretch. Okay, you can't stretch to the right. It will only break the text apart, so we don't want to break the text apart. We leave it the way it is. So this is our PC. Okay, then we learned how to edit, how to delete, how to bring to front, and relative positioning. Okay, position. Now relative positioning, now this is how this one works. Okay, if I click on relative positioning and I want to center, let's say this particular job is somewhere here and I want to center it, I want to bring it to the center of the page, I have to click on relative positioning. Then this is center, this to align to center, this to align right, align left, align bottom right. Okay, this is bottom. Okay, bottom, this is top right, this is middle. Okay, center, to centralize. These are to center the document. So that's what the relative positioning does. So I'll take this, then duplicate. Okay, I'll click on copy to make extra copy of this. Then I'll reduce the font. Okay, reduce the font. So you can either reduce font by clicking and drag from this button, or you use the size. Okay, this size option, click on the size, then you adjust. Okay, adjust this lever. Okay, so I'll reduce it, then I'll edit, double tap to edit, then put Phillips. Okay, clothings. All right, so we have Phillips clothings. So it's breaking, the text is breaking. Why is it breaking? Because of the clothing. It's supposed to be one line, so I have to adjust this so it will enter one line. Okay, so I'll adjust. I have Phillips clothing. Then we have simply the best. I'll copy, then I'll type simply the best. Simply the best in smaller case. Simply the best. I think should be we are simply the best, right? Yes, we are simply the best. I'll click on OK. Right, I have all of the informations now I need. Okay, so let's start with the PC. Now you need to change font. We need to change this font. Okay, to the font character we used the other time. So we need to change this font. So if you're using the normal pixel lab, it's actually the same thing, but I'm using the dark, or should I say dark mode pixel lab. Okay, pro version doesn't show ads, unlike yours. Maybe yours is showing ads because you download for Play Store and it's not the paid version. So it's the same thing. Okay, forget the thing you're seeing. So you just go to your font. I'll go to my font. Okay, then I'll pick font. By default, the font character you're seeing here should be what you have on your own device too. Okay, on your pixel lab. Then my font, there are additional fonts here that you don't actually have. So over time I will show us how to add font. I will give us some font, okay, to install on our pixel lab. Okay, but not now. So I'm going to use the recent. This is the font I use. So you can use your own font, any font of your choice. I'm going to select these colligates. Okay, then I'll click OK. As you can see, I have the PC now. Right now, the next thing I did was to now join them together. Okay, now I can actually achieve this by typing the P separately, something like this. Let me duplicate so you see what I mean. I can duplicate, type the P separate. Okay, duplicate, then type the C separately. Okay, so but that's not what I want us to do. So you can do that and bring it together if you want to, but I don't want to do it this way. Okay, it will take our time. So I'm gonna what I'll do is I will now use what they call the spacing. You scroll down to spacing. Okay, this is our spacing. So I want to close the gap in between the P and the C. If I click on it, it will increase it. So I want to close it and bring it closer. Let it be like this. Okay, this is how I want the logo to look like. I will click on this checkbox or this check icon. Okay, or check option. Now good, I've done that. The next thing we need to do is as you can see, the P, look at the extension, is breaking, right? It is breaking. Now let's look at the one I created before. Now everything is showing completely, nothing is breaking, so the P is not breaking. So we're gonna make sure that nothing is actually breaking. So I can double tap on it and give space in between before the P. Just add space. Okay, then I have something like this. Good. Okay, now the next thing we did was to now give it a color. Okay, we gave it a color. To give it a color is very simple. Okay, now we can use this other image as a guide. We gave it a color, and also there's also an outline. Okay, that's the thick line, the line around the P, the letters. Okay, we need to do that. Okay, so I'll go back to the text. Now this is way to apply color quite alright. So you can pick on colors here and pick any color of your choice. I seen it now, but if you look at that particular image or this logo, I didn't use any of these colors. What did I use? I used what they call texture as background. So texture, you can actually use pictures, you can use images, you can use anything to create the background. You can use your picture to create a background, maybe a background color, apply it behind a text, an image, or anything. So we're going to use texture. Okay, in this particular design. So I'll click on texture. Then under texture, I'll click on this image to browse. Then you select, go to the folder or the root folder where you actually kept the image you want to import. Okay, mine is under downloads. Okay, I want to go down. Okay, this is I think this should be the color I used. So I'm going to select this color. Good. Or this background, adjust it to suit my taste. So let's use something like this. You can reduce if you want to use something like this, or let's pick both the dark and the bright side of it. Okay, use any color of your choice, any design. So I'm going to pick this texture. I'll click, it will appear like this. Okay, then you can enable to adjust. So I can adjust. Okay, you can adjust how you want it to look like. So I'm going to make it like this. Okay, let's still go back and edit use this and make it darker a bit. So let me crop, pick this section that is dark. Okay, all right, then we'll enable this, we adjust. All right, we have the PC. So now there's an outline. Okay, for the outline color, okay, you scroll down. We've added colors already. You now see stroke. Okay, you get that from stroke. So you scroll down till you see stroke. This is to add an outline to either a text or an image or an object. So I'll click on stroke. I will enable the stroke. I see, so you can see black stroke around it now. So you can increase the thickness of the width of the stroke. So as you adjust, it becomes more thicker and all that. I see it. So you give the stroke a color. You pick any color of your choice. You can give it any color of your choice. So I'm going to use this color because that's the color I used then. Then I'll say okay. I have the stroke applied to this image. So I think we've done this. The next part, let's go to our guide. The next part, we have a shadow, like a 3D shadow under the sea. Okay, let's see how to achieve the 3D shadows. Okay, as time goes on, we'll get to explore everything. So you scroll down, you get 3D shadow under 3D shadow here. Okay, all right, I'll touch it. Then I have my 3D shadow. So you can give it the same color if you want to. Then increase the opacity a bit. Then expand. Let's expand it a bit. Good. Then that's all. We have our PC there. Then we now have the text, that is the Philips clothing. So for the Philips clothing, we can either use the same font or use a different font. Here I used a different font. Okay, I used, I think, Arial also. So we're gonna use Arial here. We're gonna use Arial here. Sorry, Pixel Lab. So we're gonna use Arial under the font. So we're gonna pick, is the area that we used? Yeah, Area. So I'm gonna pick Area. Good. I have Area. You reduce the font. Okay, reduce the font, make it small, bring it under the text. Then you can also make it bold. Okay, we have the bold under the B. Okay, so under the style, you make it bold. If you want to underline the text, you click on the U to underline. You want to italics, it makes it italic. So we don't need all of this, so you click on this to cancel. We only need to make it bold. Okay, then we click on OK. Now if you look at this, there's something we applied there, a text background. We applied a text background there, and the text inside I want to be white. So now, but in this particular design, the text you're seeing here is black and there is no text background. So how do you apply text background? You scroll down and you see background, text background under A. All of these things is actually under A, not under the object. So this time around we're working with text. So I'll click on the text, enable this. I just don't want this video to be more than 15 minutes. Okay, so that's why I'm actually rushing it. Okay, I'm supposed to break it into parts, but I don't want this part. We don't want to have part 3 or part 4 of this. Okay, so I think there'll be a part 3, but there won't be a part 4 of this text tutorial. So I will enable this. Then we pick a background color, so you can pick any of this color of your choice. So I'm going to pick this. Good. Then now what they call padding. Okay, the left and right padding. I want this text, or should I say this stroke, okay, to start just like a ruler, to start together with the P and end together with the C. So that's when the padding comes in. So I'll go back to my background. Then you see the padding, left padding, you adjust the left padding as you can see. So I adjust it to stay under the P. Then for the right padding, the same thing under the C. I think I have something like this. Then what about the text? Yes, you can make the text white. You go to your text color. This is color. Okay, text color, and you make it white. So we now have Philips clothing. As you can see, we have the white under it. So for the right padding and the left padding are not the same. So you go back to the padding again under the background, and you see here we have 18 for the left. So let's make it 20 and make the right 20 also. Okay, so it will be the same. Okay, 20 equal. Now then for the we are simply the best, you reduce the font. You can use the sizing to reduce the font. Okay, all right. And what this position means is if you want to drag, you can use the position to drag to adjust. So the more you move this by pixel, the closer or the farther it is. Okay, so I'm going to reduce it. If you want to adjust when there is no space within, just taking little steps. You want to take little steps and all that. So but I don't actually need this this if I can use my, since I can use my hand. Okay, I can use my hand, then double tap and put my 3 dots, 1 2 3. Okay, this, then centralize it. Now this time I want to center my job. Okay, I want to center this job. I'll take it to the middle, which is relative positioning. Okay, center. Okay, let me center it here. Then bring this one up a bit, center this also. Sorry, relative positioning, it's centered. Then for the we are simply the best. Okay, we'll also center it. So let's center this. All right, then give it our color. Okay, our color, this is the color. So then we'll make it bolder. Go to your B and you make it bold. So that's how to create a simple text logo without using any object. If you look at this logo, I didn't create any object, and this is not far different from what I created here. Okay, so you can perfect it. I can adjust the font size a bit, you know, give it whatever flair design I want to add, and we are good to go. Okay, so as you can see, this PC is above, is at the top of the Philips collection. So I want it to go to the back. That is where it makes of this to front and to back option. I'll click on to back. It goes behind the text, so I can adjust this well. Then center it. Then center this also. Then I take this one a bit closer. Alright, I think we should make this one italics. Let me italize that one. I'll go to where's our font? Okay, our style. Under the style, I'll select italics and adjust it. So this is how to create a simple logo. You can export.
We round up this class. I think I forgot something. This is simply the best. What I did something here that I failed to mention earlier on, which is the spacing. Okay, you can actually space this, okay, so it will look well, it will appear nice. So leaving it the normal way, it's not actually cool. So you can use the spacing to adjust it, to adjust the text. Let it be spacing between each letters, okay. Then you can centralize it if you want to. So I think I have something like this. It's better instead of using the italics. Okay, I guess you understand now. I think that should be all for now. Okay, if you have any question, any comment, please drop it in the comment section, okay, or in the group. Thank you.